Hello, everyone. Good evening to everybody. This is Chitra from Gravitas AI, and today we are on another live session with Ms. Priya Makhija, and we're going to talk about a topic which is AI in customer service and automating processes while maintaining human touch. So, when we say customer service, which is definitely inevitable that there has to be human touch. So, we are with the right person today who is into that field, and I would appreciate Ms. Priya Makhija to give her a brief understanding for our audience's sake to understand what you do. And before that, I would love to have you today, Viral. And thank you today for joining. And over to Ms. Priya.
I would say there are several ways how AI can improve the efficiency and effectiveness of customer service. So we'll talk about those ways. First is the automated responses. As we know, AI have chatbots wherein whenever you put a question, there is a quick, swiftly answer that is given. Like when we go on a website, we can ask, is it a free shipping or what are the working hours? So there are a lot of queries that can be actually answered without a human person. Okay. So when the other thing is personalization. So when we talk about personalization, AI analyze customer data to tailor interactions. So that way, like recommending products or service based on past behavior. So when we talk about this, we have Amazon, for example. So if I am buying something which I like, it will show me the past recommended things according to that, like similar like this. We've seen that happens on websites. So that is how smart it is. It keeps on giving you recommendations from your past experience. Then we have predictive analytics. So here the customer needs, that is how it predicts, enabling proactive assistance before issue arises. So there are a few questions that you're about to ask, but they always give you a list of, the options. You can go and see according to that, you can have that answer. Enhancing customer satisfaction. The other thing is
Yeah.
sentiment analysis. So here it's a feedback to gauge sentiment, aiding in issue resolution and strategy refinement. So when we say we like a product or we don't, so we always take a feedback. Nowadays, whenever we buy something, we get a link, maybe you can say, or on website, how do you like the product. So when we say satisfied, yes, that number also reflects. And when we say dissatisfied, those things are easy to gauge. So when there's a negative or a constructive, so I don't use negative word, I always use constructive because that can be worked upon. So when we say constructive feedback, yes, those data can be, you can say segregated and worked upon to enhance customer service. And the other is self-service solutions. Here, these kind of portals, I would say AI-driven portals, they empower customers to find answers independently, reducing support demand. So here, I'll tell you an example, like a bank website. Again, it's the same thing. There are FAQs. When you see on website or maybe healthcare industry, aviation, so where customer can search for answers which are common. So it can be a banking question or maybe something related to health or diet or maybe tickets when it comes to aviation. So without needing to make a call to customer support, they can definitely find their answers in those FAQs. So the next is workflow optimization. So here, if I talk about this, these if I talk about this, AI streamlines processes. So they automate tasks. So routing inquiries and prioritizing tickets for efficiency. So when we say So, for example, is suppose there's an error on the page. When you raise a ticket, you know, very promptly you get a ticket and there is a reference number. So AI automatically assign incoming support tickets to the appropriate department, and it comes to the consumer or the customer as well, and accordingly that is rectified. So this is one of the advantage. And feedback analysis again that I am working on right now here as well. It mines feedback data to identify trends nowadays, what it is and how is it guiding targeted improvements, and what we can do to make it better. How we can improve the process for better customer service. So these are few of the things that I would say. It's like a
That's
survey
great.
tool, automatically categorize, customer feedback into positive, neutral, or negative sentiments. So that is how it is.
That's great and wide range, I mean, wider understanding and broader perspective. I'm sure you are able to list out all these because you have experience in multiple industry verticals. When I see your profile, you have worked with different
Am I
industry
audible?
verticals, and currently you are with CK Birla. You are into hospitality, you were into aviation, etc. So that's quite a wider understanding that you will have, having the perspective, having worked with multiple industry vertical. That is really appreciable. And with that being said, I think it might be right to ask you this question, that what do you think are the biggest challenge you have faced in balancing automation with the human touch in customer service?
Mm. Yes, it is a tricky question. Let me just answer that. So first of all, if I talk about challenges, is first of all personalization. It's hard to keep things personal with automation. So that is one of the things. The second is complex issues. There are some problems that you need to have a human to solve those. So, for example, there are few options when you call there is an IVR. You might not get an answer in that, but you would want a person to talk to. And if I talk about a few people who are not that savvy, tech savvy, they look for someone who can help them in real actually. So these are the complex issues, I would say. Over automation, yes, using too much automation can upset customers who want human help. So when we say, okay, you can press one for this, two for this, three for this, nine to talk to the person again. What if there is no option only that you're looking for? So the person might get upset on that it's only IVR and we are not getting the option or the answer that we are looking for. Okay. Then we have customer expectations. Customer might expect instant perfect responses. So here, yes, a person would want, a perfect response that I am entering a question, I need the answer for the same from the automation. Then we have brand consistency. Automation should match the brand, the answers that they are getting from the that software. Then we have training and integration. Getting AI and humans to work well together, it actually takes a lot of effort, I must say. Yes, balancing is important, but yes, it has to go hand in hand. Then we have monitoring and feedback. It's important to keep an eye on automation's performance and adjust as needed. So, if I talk about, for example, nowadays we do when somebody calls, it shows spam. So we have come to that level now. I used to think that, AI or talking to these chatbots is a gimmick or maybe something. But then after, the time went, with the time, I understood that yes, it is like a real interaction. So that is, I would like to hear say this. Yes, these are the things that, the challenges that we have
That
when
is
it
great
comes
to know.
to actually, you talk about, yes, balancing automation with the human touch.
Great. That is such a huge insight you have on that. I would also like to ask you something else. Can you describe a time when AI in customer service went beyond expectations and delivered, exceptional results? So I'm sure AI is still booming, and people are still trying to get used to it. But you have already been exploring a lot in that, and you have great insight, especially having worked with the different industry vertically. You have seen customers from different perspective in different industries. So I think you can let us know on how this AI in customer service has went beyond expectations, and there could be some moments or incidents that has happened to you, and you can
Thank
let
you.
us know how it had
Yeah.
served beyond expectations and delivered exceptional results.
Mhm. I was working for a software in US. I went there for a training, and then, it was a good experience, I must say. But yes, I went for a Black Friday sale. So I still remember what they did was they had those AI chatbots to handle a lot of customer questions, and there were a lot of queries which were answered so fast that people were very happy. And even during those busy days, everybody got their answer, and everything was running so smoothly that what us consumer is looking for, and they are getting those options, these answers, and they could be directed to the right thing. So that was like meeting expectations, or maybe I would say exceeding expectations. I really appreciate that. I was like, okay, we are going somewhere. We are going to that level wherein things are pretty fast nowadays. So it's like service efficiency and
Great.
effectiveness, even during peak time, peak hours.
Yes. So, okay, well, that's with the serious questions, and I would like to do some myth busting today. Let's call it like a session. So there are non-stop debates about artificial intelligence, taking over a lot of jobs or taking over so many, trying to replace the human energy, human resources, and there's a never-ending debate that's going on ever since people have started using artificial intelligence and trying to deploy it in every industry vertical possible. So, as a person who have worked in customer service from different industry verticals, I think you might have a broader understanding, and I think you are the right person we can discuss this about. So, let's do some myth busting related to AI, maybe. So there's always the same. AI in customer service leads to, impersonal or robotic interactions. Maybe, it just answers to the questions. So how does this AI help in maintaining a personalized touch? So how that can give us a human-like interaction? So this is kind of a myth, because as a person from an AI industry, so we consider it as myth, and you also have been exploring and using AI. So you can let's together bust this myth, and I would like to go with your take. So please tell our audience what's your take on this. So how do you evaluate that AI uh, not or AI can give a human-like interaction?
Mm. Well, AI doesn't always mean robotic interaction. Let me just tell you this. Like learning from data. First of all, AI study customer information to give tailored responses and suggestions, as we already discussed earlier. Using customer details, sometimes they just say, "Hi, Priya." Like my name is Priya. They might have those past conversations. They carry out with those personal conversation. Those actually make feel real when you personalize with name. Then we have understanding context. AI gets what customer mean and responds with empathy. So human touch, yes, human step in there needed to show understanding and care. So there are few, I think the way they tailor made those questions or answers, they make you feel that they are real actually. Then getting better. Yes, AI learns from each other. Service friendly and personalized. Can you just have water? So yes, AI keeps customer service friendly and personal.
That's a good one. I think there are a few more myths that I think we need to discuss today. So there is this one myth called, AI cannot adapt to new and unique customer service challenges. And how does that can learn and improve over time in handling diverse issues, like how we human evolve, how we human learn new things and improve ourselves and correct from the mistakes, or handle the diversifying issues. So it's there is a myth that AI cannot adapt to newer things. It just can do whatever it is programmed for, and it cannot evolve, which is pretty much not right, because AI is known to have adapt new things and evolve from whatever it learns new. So I would like to know from you what would be your take, and how would you see, and what is your understanding on that? Do you think AI can learn and improve over time?
Mhm. Well, I feel AI isn't stuck in its ways. It learns and grows to handle new challenges. And let's just discuss that. Well, learning from data. AI learns from each interaction to understand diverse issue better. So, if I talk about an example, just like how AI learned to suggest new songs on a music app based on your listening habits. So, when we talk about Spotify, I have Spotify. I love listening to Punjabi songs. So, it keeps on giving me that suggestion. Okay, choices. So, learning from data, yes, it gives you a lot of suggestions on the app, and it's like interaction. Then we have adaptive algorithm. It adjusts based on feedback, getting better with each interaction. So, when we talk about how smart our home devices are, so with the preferences for temperature and adjusting it automatically. Well, we have continuous training. So AI actually stays updated with ongoing training to keep up with new trends. So similarly, how email filters learn to identify spam better over time. So nowadays we know spam calls, spam emails. So it get filtered. So that is how smart algorithm they have, or it's a training that they keep on, maybe I would say changing with time, or maybe you can say measuring with time. So understanding language, we know natural language processing. So AI can understand different queries and context. So like how virtual assistant understand different accents in speech patterns to provide accurate responses. So like the language that we have in very simple answer, they give answers to all our queries to make it comprehensive for us, comprehensible, I would say, easy to understand. Then we have a feedback loop. It learns from mistakes, refining its approach over time, much like how social media algorithm learns from likes and dislikes. So to personalize our feed, yes, we do get those likes and dislikes, the reactions from the customers. And this way, AI adapts to new customer service challenges, proving its effectiveness.
That's a greater understanding, Ms. Priya, that and we are also very glad that this has reached to people from different industry verticals, and people are able to understand. Being from the customer support industry, you are able to understand this AI, and you're already exploring and using it in your day-to-day practice, which is more appreciable. And we from Gravitas AI, having our own artificial intelligence powered virtual assistant, especially in the hospital and healthcare industry on the whole, we are ensuring that these are addressed, and it brings out a better patient engagement tool in terms of engaging the patients and the hospital 24 bar 7 without any language constraint, without any their time constraint. And as you rightly mentioned, with the natural language processor, this the kind of understanding and evolving, learning from new things, and trying to interpret the message correctly, be it in any form. The input can be because people ask same question, two people can ask in a different manner. You and I ask the same question in a different phrase, so the chatbot has to in a position to understand the kind of messages comes as an input with the natural language processing, and definitely with multilingual support. So this can be made very easy, and
That's a
yes,
greater
this
understanding,
myth can be
Ms.
very
Priya.
much
We
busted.
are also very
And like
glad
you said,
that
is that
this has reached to people from different industry verticals and
people are able to understand. Being from the consumer support industry, you are able to understand this AI. You're already exploring and using it in your day-to-day practice, which is more appreciable. And we from Gravitas AI have been learning artificial intelligence powered virtual assistant, especially in the hospital and healthcare industry on the whole. We are ensuring that the needs are addressed and brings out the better patient engagement tool in terms of engaging with the patients and the hospital 24/7 without any language constraint, without any their time constraint. And as you rightly mentioned, with the natural language processor, this the kind of understanding and evolving, learning from new things and trying to interpret the message correctly, be it in any form the input can be because people ask same question, two people can ask in a different one. You and I ask the same question in a different way. So the chatbot has to in a position to understand the kind of messages algorithms as an input with natural language processing and definitely with multilingual support. So this can be very easy and yes, this it can be very frustrated. Definitely, I can and also, I would like to tell you that
Please consider.
we are in the end of the session. We really appreciate your time, Ms. Priya Makhija, taking some time for us and to give your insights with the audience. And I also would like to apologize that there has been some time lag in terms of listening to the audio, but I'm sure our viewers would definitely be benefited with the kind of different perspective you have, especially from people who have worked with the different industry verticals and having supported with customers from a different industry verticals. You have a broader knowledge, you have a broader understanding, and especially exploring the AI and having used to that AI for your current healthcare for CK Villa you have been using. So I'm really glad that you've joined us today and given your thought process and shared your understanding about AI. And it was really great to bust some myth with you, and that was a good session. It was really a great insight, and thank you so much for your time. We are in the